Okay, what are 3 powerful traits or qualities that a high-value woman has? I touched on this on my other video where I say the high-value woman has realized her inner strength and power. Something has just realized it. It's not something she had to cultivate or practice or learn or pay some goddess to teach you. This is already inherent in you. High-value women's recognize that. She's accessed it. She lets it flow. She's gotten out of the way. What does it mean? Mind and ego, projections, desires, all that. Somehow that, she don't listen to that anymore. She's not giving attention to those strong instincts and thoughts that humans have. She's been there, done that. It doesn't work. She don't want that anymore. It causes pain and suffering. It never works. It seems to work temporarily and then it crashes. She's realized that. She stopped. What happens when you stop listening to that? All of a sudden you start to become aware that there's a power inside you, and you start to, you can say, fuse yourself with that power and let it direct you and guide you, etc. And then when thoughts come up, because the mind's job is to test you, it's going to say, you know what though, I don't know, this power's cool, but you need to still go out and like make stuff happen. See, when those thoughts come, she pauses, she realizes, wait a minute, this power's running stuff. Yeah, of course I'm going to do things, but I'm not doing it with an obsessive, selfish, like expectation to like extract certain things. I'm letting this power guide me to do what I'm supposed to do. Yeah, I have a desire to have a relationship with the guy. Okay, I'm gonna let the universe give that to me though. That's gotta happen organically. I'm tired of going out and trying to manage this stuff myself. I'm gonna go use my mind to logically deduce if this guy fits my designer kit of ideas and expectations. No, I threw my designer kit out. I don't know what's good for me. The universe knows what's good. It's created me, it sustains me, it sustains everything. I'm gonna let it do its job. When it's time for me to meet somebody, if that's supposed to happen, I trust that. I'm going to meet somebody. I'm not going to sweat it anymore, though. My relationship, my highest relationship is with this, you can say, God essence or your true being. High-value women recognize that. So that's the first thing. I wrote some other things down, and I don't want to forget, so I'm going to look at my list. She doesn't compromise or have relationships with men she feels that isn't good. You know how many women do this? They do it more than guys, for sure. Because women, this was the other thing I wanted to touch on the previous trait that high-value women have, which is you realize, you don't think it, it's not coming from a resentment that makes you say these words, which are, you know what, guys don't have it easier than me. I'm not, just because I'm a woman, I'm not somehow less than a guy. Guy, okay, physically maybe a little stronger, they have a different mental wiring, etc. But I have my own power. Like, I've realized my own power. Like the guys don't have nothing on this power, actually. But the women ain't got nothing on this power too. See, it's a different power. We're not equal, we're different. A woman's recognized her own individual power. Her essence, God-made essence, she doesn't get egotistical about it. She doesn't, see, that's the thing. The ego will say, yeah, you're a goddess and people, they should worship you or something, whatever the mind comes up with. No, a high-value woman doesn't do that. She's recognized her power, but she's humble about it. She's sober about it. She doesn't take credit for it. It's the divine that gave it to her. Let it do its thing. She stays humble. This is what a high-value woman does. So then the second thing I was going to say was that the second trait that a high-value woman has is she doesn't try to manipulate men because she has an idea that she needs a man or a relationship to give her security. Because she's already tried that and it doesn't work. It's too much of a compromise. Her tolerance for compromising or for feeling pain when she's out of alignment with her authentic self, that tolerance, it went way down because she's sick of suffering that. At first, when we're younger or when we're still immature, it's like we can do whatever we want. We don't really suffer too much. We don't feel it. But as we grow in consciousness, it's like when we get off the beam, it's like, whoa, that don't feel good. There's a lot of women living, like I was saying before, and I cut myself off. There's a lot of women in compromising relationships because she thinks she has to stay there in order to get to maintain some security, or she's afraid of the unknown. A high-value woman's not afraid of those things. Why? Because she's come in contact with this power. She trusts this power. If this power is directing her to leave a situation, well, then she knows obviously it's going to take care of her. She may not, the power doesn't tell you via mind exactly how that's going to work out. See, the mind wants to know how everything's going to work out. Like, okay, I'll do what you're saying, but tell me like what's going to happen. It doesn't work. Life don't work like that. We got to have faith that if this power is moving us, it's going to take care of us. A high-value woman's recognized that. She don't want to compromise anymore. It's just too painful. Not just in romantic relationships, just friendships, any relationship, really. You just, like, you're done. You're done selling out to yourself. You're ready to be authentic and follow this inner guidance because something's awoke inside. And you know that's the path to real serenity, and that's the most important thing in your life today. It's not money, it's not all these things or security or thing or whatever. It's like something's realized the shallowness in those things because you've tried it. You got to try it. So you tried it, maybe you tried it for years, and something now realizes like, this sucks. I want to feel serene. That comes from a deeper place. That wasn't a thought. The mind don't say things like that. It wants to tell you, no, you just haven't found the right guy yet. You got to find the right one, then he'll fix you. But then something inside's like, you know what? Give your life up. Look for serenity, or access it because it's already in you. Okay, that's number 2. What's 3? She doesn't use her female power or energy or seductive power to try to extract things from people, particularly guys. But you can get it from women too. This seductive power that women have, strong. Like you guys know that, and guys know that, strong. You know how many so-called great men has fallen because of that seductive power? See, a real man, if a man ever says, feels like I'm talking to guys now, but I think you should hear it. If he ever thinks he's above that, when when the universe sends him the right girl, and that seductive power is strong, what does it mean, right girl? It matches. Universe sends somebody that really is compatible with his wiring. You see? Maybe the other girls he can kind of dismiss. He doesn't. But if Cupid shoots him or shoots you, it's like, man, you're influenced by this person. There's been a lot of great men where that happened to, and they've fallen. And what I was going to say is a real authentic man stays humble and complacent. He's not above that. He understands the power of the divine female essence. It's not personal. It's not a personal energy. Like when I'm revering the female power, I'm not putting it inside any form and revering that form. No, I'm talking about the energy God created. I'm revering God in female form. God comes first. Female form, that's like a vehicle that God's driving. I don't care so much about that. It's nice, I enjoy it, but I'm just saying, the real credit goes to the universe. So a real man understands that. He stays humble and doesn't get complacent, then he won't get taken over by it. So I've just declared now how strong that energy and female essence can be. Don't use it for the wrong reasons, because you're going to suffer. When it's just karmic, we can't get around it. When we're using things for the wrong motives and in a selfish way, it's going to boomerang back somehow. It's not personal. It's not like there's some being up in the sky and, oh, you did bad, here, boom. No, it's for our own lesson, our own learning experience, so that we can transcend these habits and grow. If there was no consequences to anything, we wouldn't grow. This is how we grow. So be aware of that. check yourself. Am I using this female power to manipulate? Just do inventory and see. And if you are, work it, stop doing it. If it's a long-term habit, you might not be able to stop overnight, but bring consciousness into your life. This is what I'm saying. Have a good day.